Welcome back. They say your whole life changes when you become pregnant, and they're not even talking about the children that come as a result.
That's right. Certified nutritional practitioner Maria Vial is back. She's going to share some of the things she's learned along with her pregnancy path. You see her adjust to the belly?
I was like,
right?
Get
real comfortable.
Here, yeah. Are you getting a lot of kicking?
Yeah, moving quite a bit. Yeah.
How far along are you?
33 and a half weeks, I guess, you know. You don't talk that way until you get pregnant.
Yeah, I
hear other people, you're like, oh, that's great.
Both of us were like,
I don't know what that
means. I was the same way, and now I'm like, oh, it does make a difference, I guess. Yeah.
But all of the women at home who are pregnant, and there's lots who are home, and they're listening to this, and you've got some great tips to share today. Let's start a little bit with nausea, morning sickness, because that's one of the things that comes soon.
Yeah, and it's a big one. It kind of like throws you off. I swear, like once you find out you're pregnant, I don't know why, like the next day you have morning sickness. Maybe it's like a placebo thing. But the biggest tip that I've found, and like even just with working with pregnant women, is eating something right away. Sometimes even before you get up out of bed. This is where your partner really comes in handy early on. Like having something, and usually something that has some protein in it.
Not like a cracker.
Well, what you can tolerate, but something. If you can tolerate something with protein, better. So for me, something with protein sounded disgusting. Like it was really hard for me to think about like an egg or anything like that.
Any kind of meat. Ugh.
Yeah, so I actually, one of the things I really used was these like collagen greens. And this is something, nothing I have here, these are not things that I'm like advertising. This is truly what I use. Like I found that had 10 grams of protein. I could add it in water. I didn't feel like I was like eating anything too heavy, but it helped.
I haven't seen greens with a lot of protein before, so that's a good one for people to know. A lot of people think of, I get motion sick, and a lot of people think of nausea in ginger. Yes. Did that help you?
Big time. So I have like these little ginger chews, something like that, or sparkling water with like either like a citrus or a ginger ale type of thing. Like those really help. The carbonation seemed to really help with that.
I always wondered if ginger ale actually has enough ginger in it to give you an effect.
I think it depends. There's some like really potent ones that are out there that like.
I've had some. Yeah.
I mean, I really liked it, but like that definitely helped. But even the carbonation really seems to kind of help in terms of that.
What about sleeping? Because I would imagine, you know, the comfort level isn't what it used to be. So.
Should have been in our room last night. Not a lot of sleep going on. Yeah, I was bummed. I was going to bring, we have this thing that's called like a snoogle, which is like a great name. So it's like literally like almost the length of me. Yeah.
Oh, it's like a body pillow that conforms to your body.
Exactly, which completely takes the place of like your husband in bed. Like, I think he's a little jealous.
You don't need him right now.
He's a bit jealous of
you already used him.
Yeah, sometimes I use both.
He's done his duty. He's time to go.
But sometimes I use both. I'll like put the snoogle on like his, like just because being tall, there's like your body's moving, your hips need to have some space, but that really helps. If you don't have something like that, a body pillow between your knees, you know, really supporting your knees and just being comfortable, temperature, and you know you're going to get up all the time and go to the bathroom. So there's going to bed early, I think, helps because you know you're going to get interrupted during
Well, like you mentioned, putting something between your knees because that's something that's good for your back alignment anyway.
Anyways, yeah, exactly. You just notice it a heck of a lot more while you're carrying a baby.
So cravings are a big one. You know, everybody always thinks, oh, pickles and ice cream, you know, the things that people joke about. Yeah. How do you deal with cravings, and did you have any yourself?
Yeah, you know, funny enough, I swear my husband Josh eats more like a pregnant woman than I do.
Sympathy
I'm not
cravings.
kidding. Like I'm like, who's pregnant in this relationship? But I had mine like salty in the beginning, but like a little bit of sweet. But you always have to be careful with that, you know, because you get tested with gestational diabetes. But like, you want to be careful. So always having protein. So like, even if it's something like nuts, I lived off of like hummus and lentils and that type of thing. Just again, meat and me were not we were not friends in the beginning. But having some sort of protein helps with cravings. But then if you have cravings, it's just like picking something that's, you know, you're not dipping in the Haagen-Dazs every night. You know, so you're finding some healthy options. And for me, like date stuff with almond butter was like key because the dates have the sweetness and the almond butter has the protein, and like even people who hate dates, when they try them, they're like, this actually tastes pretty darn good. So it's nice to have those, and they're easy to prepare.
They look pretty good.
No, they're really good. I mean, you can try them if you want. But
what about like a lot of people I know, they talk about frozen fruit, like frozen grapes or frozen strawberries. Did you try any of that?
Yeah, I did. So frozen, like blueberries, that helped. You don't want to eat them before like coming on TV.
Yeah, you get blueberries all in your teeth.
The other thing, frozen bananas and then blending them in a blender to kind of make an ice cream-ish texture was really nice because I liked cold. I find like a lot of pregnant women kind of like cold.
Okay.
That flavor or that sensation. But yeah, really ripe bananas, slice them up.
What would you mix it with?
Anything. You can mix them with other fresh fruit. Sometimes I'd put like almond butter or peanut butter with it. Or, so it made it just a little bit healthier version of
Greek yogurt, maybe?
Yeah, you could. You know what? I don't know how that would mix. Maybe. It might.
Okay.
To try it. But yeah, if you have really ripe bananas and in the blender, it really gets, I don't know if you've tried it, but it has the consistency of like an ice cream.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really good.
And healthy.
Yeah, exactly.
So as the baby is growing, I imagine there's like digestive things that are going on as well.
A lot of people talk about heartburn, right?
Yeah. So the big thing for that is like not eating and laying down is a huge thing.
Because is it reflux?
Yeah, you're laying down and there's so much pressure on your stomach anyways. The other thing would be if you have really bad reflux, like trying to have lemon water, those types of things before eating, and not eating till you get full. So that was a really hard thing
I would
for me
imagine you
too.
get full faster.
Well, yeah, for me, I wasn't a snacker going into pregnancy. Like I'd have my meals, which I talk about all the time on here, but you can't like eat a big meal because then you're like waterlogged almost, and then you can start getting that digestive issues.
Well, we're running out of time, but speaking of digestive issues, I want to talk about constipation because that's something you said is big for pregnancy.
Yeah, it's huge. So again, the fiber. So like I did a lot with like hummus and lentils, but even taking a really good probiotic can help and staying hydrated. So on my website, I have a list of like the prenatal supplements that I usually recommend pregnant women taking that can help. But yeah, a probiotic can help. Movement, even walking activity, that can help with constipation. But yeah, getting the water in is going to be key.
All right, well, you can learn more about Maria's journey as well as how to help yourself. If you're pregnant and have some of these issues, it's mariavial.com/pregnancy tips. She goes into more detail, really shares more about social pressures as well. So thanks so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
You look beautiful.
Oh, you guys are so
Can't wait to meet it. Little baby bachelor, bachelorette.
All right, up next.
Up next, yeah.